All I've ever wanted to do is find the adventure and write a good song. All I want to do is see something new. I wish I was sort of more in the scene and going to shows every day and sort of in that community. I think that you kind of age out of it a little bit and you have to like put in a little bit more effort. But yeah, I think my music selection is a little bit boring. Oh, I think it's actually, I'm sort of further into all of it. I think that when Sparta took a hiatus in 2008, that I needed to just get off on my own. I had been sort of in the same crew for a really long time, like more than 10 years. Finding my way back took some time. So there were like some little spurts of stuff, but nothing consistent. I started businesses here, I did other things. I have this real issue playing music when I'm not in love with it. So I've never considered it a job, even though I make a living doing it. When it becomes a job, I sort of find a way to get out of it. Sometimes it takes a long time to figure out where you're going. And the pandemic was helpful to me to spend time alone and get quiet and figure out what I wanted to make. And I think it definitely took a couple of records to like find the right lineup and find the right songs and get some stuff out of my system. And I think this album that's coming soon, we'll announce it in a month. I think this is what I've been working towards for 10 years. I think that it is a really good balance of where I've been looking and where I come from. It can be easy to fall into that sort of nostalgia thing. Like, I've been doing this so long, I can rest on a lot of old records and I can go and play those albums on anniversaries, blah, blah, blah. I find that so fucking boring. So I want to make new music and I want to make new records and I want to go and play shows, and I don't really care much more than that. So I'm back to just doing this full time. This is my only real job, is being in a band. And I take it really seriously and I don't take any of it for granted. I know I'm 49 years old. I know that I don't know how many chances I get to do this at this level. I don't know how many times I'll be invited to play a festival downtown in this plaza. I don't know. So the energy that it gives me is kind of just trying to really enjoy the moment and cherish it, knowing that there's an end to all of this. I mean, physically there's an end. I can't scream at some point, you know what I mean? Like, I will have to evolve into something else. But in the meantime, like, I'm pretty on top of my game. Like, I feel good, I feel healthy, I feel creative, and that gives me the energy. And again, it's making new stuff, right? So like setting those fires, that's what gives me the energy. When I was 17 years old and I was graduating from El Paso High, my guidance counselor said, "Where do you want to go to college?" I said, "I do not want to go to college. I want to go and tour the fucking world. I want to be in a band." All I've ever wanted to do is find the adventure and write a good song. All I want to do is see something new. I've never been to Latin America. I've been to Mexico. I've been all the way South Mexico. I've never been past that. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to go. See stuff I've never seen, add countries to the list, meet people, taste different food. All of that is what, like, music has been my vehicle to see all of this stuff. That to me is a success. Angelica Garcia I'm a fan of her music. She's actually guest vocaled on a Sparta song. Jimena, I'm a fan of. Flaming Lips, obviously. I've said from very long ago, I said, that band makes me want to make better records, right? That's the ultimate inspiration, is when you listen to something and it makes you want to make something better. They are as legendary gets. I don't think they've been to El Paso since the 80s, right? It's crazy. They're cornering the post-punk rock band element at this festival. I mean, I think part of it is just I'm a firm believer in the city. I speak about the city everywhere I go. I carry the city's flag with me, essentially, to all the parts of the world that I see. And then the ability to sort of bring all of those experiences and energy back into my community is something that I cherish. So anytime that we get to play here, and all I guess I hope is that we, maybe we inspire somebody to do something. That would be, to me, the biggest compliment, is if there's some kid there that's 10 years old that says, oh, I saw you at Soul Summit and then I wanted to be in a band. Like, done. Job done. No, I have nothing to do with it. No, I don't know any of the Post Malone or the not bad, but what are they called? BTS. Yeah, Chris and I mean all the guys in Coldplay got to be friends in the winter of 2000, 2001, when we were both on tour and we were in small bands and we were trying to figure out how to do this. When you find people that you can be safe with and trust and have real, honest friendships, and you continue to grow and be surrounded by people that maybe are not as authentic or maybe don't have your best interest at heart all the time, which is part of the job, I think those are the friendships that you really cherish. So for me, I wanted those guys to come and play my hometown the minute I met them, because I want everybody to come and play El Paso. I want my friends to come here and see the people, because the people are amazing. Took 25 years, right? But then they came at their biggest point. So, all right, I'll take it. And they loved it. They loved the city. They loved the people. Everything that I could have hoped for was perfect. Pearl Jam is on my list. Yeah. And I bugged them as well, so we'll see. Sparta toured with them, and I keep up with Jeff, the bass player. So I have told him I'm speaking publicly about telling you to come here. So just so you know, it's not a secret. They're incredible. I'll get them, don't worry. Okay, obviously, like Cigarettes After Sex and Khalid, everybody who's doing it on a big level, I'm proud of them for breaking through. It's like Estadio Manse is somebody that's really pushing themselves to go out and do stuff, and I think those are the bands that I'm going to support. So I'm just going to say go get the nachos at the tap without cheese, a la Mexicana. It's perfect. It's just perfect bar nachos, our way. You don't have to have cheese on them, but if you do, it's a little bit better. And then just straight up gluttonous meal, like just Kiki's, chile rellenos, done. Sorry for the bellyache.